This is the Transition News on Atlantic Television Network. Police Service Commission has redeployed 4 commissioners of police to lead various state commands. The officers affected are Abaniwanda Olufemi, Peter Okpara, Gyongong Grima, and Mustafa Bala. And this marks the 4th time within a month that the commissioners of police have been reassigned to different commands. In an announcement by the PSC on September 14th, Okpara was posted to the Federal Capital Territory Command and was preparing to assume the role to Delta State Command instead by Tunji Disu, who has yet to assume duties at the FCT Command. When contacted on why Disu had not resumed the FCT Command, spokesperson Josephine Ade declared this in Port Harcourt. River State Resident Electoral Commissioner Johnson Alalebo stated that the INEC is adhering to a Federal High Court order from Abuja which has restrained the Commission from releasing the voters' register. Mr. Alalebo explained that while RISEC has made a formal request for the voters' register, the process, Alalebo said that the voters' register is currently under the custody of INEC's ICT department of the Commission. With few days left for the proposed
federal government, security agencies has been called upon to intervene on the planned October 5th local government election in Rivers State, following Governor Fubara's refusal to obey Peter Lifo. The comment of Mr. Ikenga, maintaining that Fubara's outburst when he visited RISEC office recently shows that the governor is already an interested party in the election, a disobedient to the law, stressing that APC cannot fold its hands and watch impunity persist in Rivers State. He accused the governor of already taking side on the purported election, appointed candidate emerging from APP.
Calling on Nigerians, security agencies, for the federal government to intervene. Imagine the executive governor rushing to the official, the office headquarters of the university.
In the matter,
I'm saying again that we are drifting to a state of lawlessness in Rivers State. And we, members of the All Progressive Congress, who have exhausted all the legal means. We have seen that they take these absolves, and when will it end? To say that we will not accept this impunity.
Ajeron was Samuel, ATN News, Port Harcourt.
Federal High Court sitting in Port Harcourt has granted an ex parte order to serve the River State chairman of the Action People's Party, Sonny Wokekoro, and the 23 chairmanship candidates of the APP in the upcoming Saturday election and the River State Independent Electoral Commission through substituted means. Hart Badom, Destiny Omereji, and 4 others are in court seeking the reinstatement of Badom as the legitimate state chairman of the APP while calling for the removal of Sonny Wokekoro from the position. The plaintiffs are also challenging the legitimacy of the 2018 reports that when the case was mentioned, the plaintiffs' counsel excel on
colleges. They will hijack it and they will loot it. So you learn from experience. You cannot just let people gather on. Then if you don't have permission to do that thing, and probably you are given a permit, and you are going contrary to the contents of the permit, what do you expect the security people to do?
However, Mr. Wale noted that protest is good but could be hijacked by hoodlums.
You do not know. But if in such situation, if you are protesting, you are trying to you are signaling the government. You are trying to tell the government, it's not that you want to fight the government, but the other hand, if you don't guide it, non-entity, if you don't guide it, hooligans will hijack it from you, even kill you, who has good intention to protest. So in order to guide this thing, the security operative has to be there to guide. Even they will be guiding you as your.
Recall that police in Rivers State, alongside suspected political thugs, have dispersed protesters who gathered in Port Harcourt for the October 1st Fearless in October demonstrations. National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control has expressed concern over the negative impact of the global economic crisis on the availability and affordability of quality medications. Speaking at a sensitization workshop on counterfeit drugs are prevalent in regions where access to high-quality medicines is limited and where the implementation of good pharmacy practices is either absent or poorly enforced. He highlighted the prevalence of counterfeit anti-malaria, antibacterial, antihypertensive, anti-diabetic, and lifestyle drugs, warning of the severe public health consequences, which include increased hospital admissions, prolonged hospital stays, drug resistance, treatment failures, and even death. According to the NAFDAC director, the public implication of this is enormous. Chukwuma noted that NAFDAC has intensified efforts to combat the menace by enhancing its inspection processes, particularly at the nation's ports of entry. He said that the agency now mandates pre-shipment notifications from all importers before drugs arrive in Nigeria. Ambassi O2 has revealed plans to help farmers in the states increase their revenue over middlemen who buy off their produce and sell at a higher price without going through the pains of the farmers. O2 stated this while flagging off the cultivation of 2,000 hectares of commercial maize in Odupani local government area through the state government's Project Grow initiative. O2, represented by the Accountant General of the state, Mrs. Glory Effiong, said that the initiative was designed to curb food insecurity and create a sustainable economy in the state by having farmers cultivate and companies like flour mills offtake. Effiong said that the project was a testament to what resilience could achieve, noting that the occasion was symbolic to celebrate the commencement of mechanical planting. Investigations are completed. ATN reported on Monday that the Sokoto Zonal Directorate of the EFCC apprehended 13 suspected internet fraudsters in Sokoto State based on actionable intelligence on their suspected involvement in internet-related offenses. APC Eshan Northeast principal officers. However, Bright Iyamu was later recalled in June after being found remorseful. Abebaku, on the resumption of plenary in Benin on Wednesday, congratulated the Okpebolo on his victory at the just concluded governorship election. The elect was for all Edo people and not just for the All Progressive Congress, expressed the hope that sycophants will not mislead him. While welcoming Abebaku thanked the lawmakers for diligently carrying out their duties to ensure the passage of impactful bills and resolutions. Some members of the People's Democratic Party in Edo State have staged a protest at the office of the Independent National Electoral Commission in Benin City, the state capital. The party supporters who wielded placards and PDP insignia candidate was declared the governor-elect of the state. INEC declared Okpebolo the winner of the poll. APC candidates, 54 years of age, secured 667 votes to defeat Igodalo, who got 247,274 votes, and Olumide Apata of the Labour Party, 763 votes. Full-day workshop on gender-based violence organized by the Office of Ekiti State First Lady and the Ministry of Local Government Affairs. The governor The governor's wife pledged to rally around stakeholders to step up efforts to drastically reduce the menace in the state. According to the communique made available in Ado-Ekiti on Wednesday, the First Lady said that perpetrators of GBV in Ekiti State will always face the consequence of their actions to serve as deterrent to others. The Commissioner for Local Government Affairs, Folorunsho Olabode, lauded the governor's wife for the enriching and educative workshop on combating GBV, which was aimed at raising awareness, providing education, developing strategies to combat GBV in the state. The communique listed resolutions at the workshop to include that the government should ensure comprehensive and standardized procedures for receiving, documenting, and reporting to GBV. Nasarawa State Independent Electoral Commission has finalized plans to conduct local government elections across the state's 13 local government areas on Saturday, the 2nd November 2024. This was disclosed by NASIEC's chairman Ayuba Wandai Usman during a press briefing in Lafia on Wednesday. The election will cover both chairmanship and councillorship positions. ATN recalls that the last local government elections in Nasarawa took place in October 2021, with the elected officials serving a 3-year term, which is now coming to an end. Addressing journalists, Wandai Usman reaffirmed the Commission's commitment to collaborating with the media to ensure that the democratic process in Nasarawa State and Nigeria at large. The NASIEC chairman also announced that the election timeline had been released, with party primaries and the resolution of disputes set to begin on Friday, 11th of October 2024. Campaigns by political parties for the chairmanship and councillorship elections are expected to commence on Friday, 18th of October 2024, while the publication of the final list of nominated candidates is scheduled for Tuesday, 29th October 2024. 9 bodies, including 2 men and 7 men, have been recovered following a tragic boat accident that occurred in Bajibo, Niger State. The victims were among the 300 passengers traveling from Mundi community to attend the Maulid celebrations at Bajibo when the boat capsized. The Niger State Emergency Management Agency confirmed that 150 passengers were rescued immediately, while another 150 remained unaccounted for. The boat, which was carrying mostly women and children, capsized during the journey, and in a statement on Wednesday, the Director General of NASEMA, Abdullahi Baba Anna, disclosed that the search and rescue operations were still ongoing as efforts continued to recover more victims from the river. He further explained that the incident occurred around 8:30 p.m. on October the 1st, 2024, on the River Niger and upstream of the Jeba Dam in Mokwa local government area. Analysts have voiced that EFCC is the institution that can investigate money laundering. Speaking on Atlantic television program Open Conversation, public affairs analyst Chizi Yemasala cited that the Bible or Quran cannot be used to find out how money was stolen.
To the court of the people, as a person, I will sit before the screen and then begin to read out what I had. Let it just do it. So that is not easy. I as a person in performance, I trusted of in performance and in, but this one he has to be the one to clear it. But for Nigeria, he should leave the Quran. Let him call the EFCC and call the other people to go, ICPC to.
All right.
Recall that former governor of Kaduna State, Malam Nasiru Ahmad El-Rufai, has said that he can swear with the Holy Quran that he didn't steal money while in office and challenge his predecessors to do so. Benue State Commissioner of Police Steve Yabanet has announced a restriction of movement across the state on Saturday, October the 5th, 2024, ahead of the local government elections. This directive, outlined in a statement by the State Police Command spokesperson, Catherine Anene, is aimed at ensuring a smooth, free and fair electoral process by maintaining firm control over routes and movements that could disrupt the elections. According to the statement, police officers have been deployed across all 23 local government areas to ensure tight security during the elections. The police also warned officers stationed at polling units, collation centers and other critical points to maintain professionalism and civility in the discharge of their duties. Yabanet also cautioned against any form of violence, intimidation, vote buying and other electoral offenses, warning that such actions would not be tolerated. Other security agents involved in the election have been advised to follow suit. The CP urged parents, guardians, traditional and religious leaders as well as political party leaders to advise their wards against engaging in any form of violence. Assuring the people of a peaceful election process, the police chief encouraged voters to come out and exercise their franchise without fear of harassment or intimidation. A fierce clash has erupted between Mai Norris gang and the Buzaro terrorist group in Dan Ali area of Dan Musa local government area of Katsina State. Zagazola Makama, a Lake Chad Basin counterterrorism and insurgency expert, made this known in a post on his X handle. Makama said that the intelligence sources told him that the confrontation resulted in heavy casualties on both sides. He stated that more than 20 bodies were reportedly left at the scene. The security expert added that another eyewitness described the battle as intense, with prolonged gunfire echoing through the area. Yola Zone of the Academic Staff Union of Universities accused the federal government of insensitivity manifested in its refusal to implement agreements from several years ago. The ASU Yola Zone, which comprises of 6 branches that include Modibo Adama University Yola, University of Maiduguri, Federal University Gashua, Taraba State University Jalingo, Adamawa State University stated that it doesn't make sense for the federal government to be consistently reneging on agreements. In a statement released in Yola by the ASU Yola Zonal Chairman Dani Maman, the union asked the federal government to stop toying with the future of Nigerians by implementing, in particular, the agreement reached in 2022 with ASU, which led to the suspension of the strike. It added that although the union had on August the 21st, 2024, issued a 21-day ultimatum for the resolution of all the issues in contention since 2009, nothing tangible has changed except for meetings and more meetings for which the government agents were more concerned with receiving allowances. It said that if the fresh 2 weeks ultimatum issued last week should elapse without an agreeable response from government and ASU starts a strike, ASU should not be held responsible for the breakdown in industrial harmony. The Chief Judge of Sokoto State, Justice Saidu Sifawa, has inaugurated the Local Government Elections Petitions Tribunal to address disputes arising from the recently concluded local government elections in the state. ATN reports that the Sokoto State Independent Electoral Commission recently conducted. However, the major opposition party, the People's Democratic Party, did not contest any of the positions. While inaugurating the tribunal, members during the brief ceremony held in Court 1 of the State High Court, Justice Sifawa stated that the exercise was in accordance with constitutional provisions. He urged the tribunal members to uphold the high standard of Sokoto State. Barrister Nasiru Benji emphasized that the establishment of the tribunal was a legal requirement following any elections. You're watching the Transition News on Atlantic Television Network. We'll be back shortly after this break. Please stay tuned.
The people of Maiduguri need your help. A catastrophic flood has engulfed the city, leaving over 1 million residents stranded and fighting for survival. Entire communities are submerged, with people trapped inside homes and on rooftops cut off from food, clean drinking water and essential supplies. Health experts are warning of a potential outbreak of deadly diseases, and medical facilities are out of commission. The situation is dire. Helicopters, boats to reach the countless men, women and children still awaiting rescue. The Nigerian media is issuing a desperate plea to the government, humanitarian organizations, international actors and citizens across the nation. Step in now, before it's too late. For more information on how you can help, contact Professor Usman A. Tar, the Honorable Commissioner for Information and Internal Security, Borno State, on 0809 5. Every second counts.
This is powered by Atlantic Television Network.
Welcome back to Atlantic Transition. Welcome back to Transition News on Atlantic Television Network, and now to the rest of our stories. Nigerian civil society groups, activists and citizens alike have continued to express mixed feelings on the state of the nation as Nigeria marks her 64th independence anniversary. Reacting to the President Ahmed Bola Tinubu's speech being not directed to Nigeria's problems at the moment, while the President in his speech and leaders generally expressed hope and optimism that things will change and improve with time and the majority of the citizens expressed despair, with some deciding to stage a protest expression of the hardship faced by Nigerians. On Atlantic Television Network street broadcast, Joseph Moses Maoyinka completes the report with reactions from Nigerians in Abuja.
Hello and welcome to the Atlantic Television Network street broadcast. I am Joseph Moses Maoyinka. We have always promised to bring you the voices of people, which is the voice of God. Nigeria is now 64 years old. Yesterday, many people were happy celebrating democracy and freedom, while some were protesting, crying for hardship. And the speech of the president helped us understand that, yes, he is a listening president, and so asking Nigerians to endure, for he has good plan for Nigeria.
Mr. President,
fellow Nigerians, as I address you today, I am deeply aware of the struggles many of you face in these challenging times. Our administration knows that many of you struggle with rising costs and the search for meaningful employment. I want to assure you that your voices are heard. As your president, I assure you that we are committed to finding sustainable solutions to alleviate the suffering of our citizens. Once again, I plead for your patience as the reforms we are implementing show positive signs, and we are beginning to see the light at the end of
Nigeria is facing.
You see, like what our president told us yesterday, from my own understanding, I see it like it doesn't make any difference to this country. And it's not going to make any difference the way I'm seeing it, because a lot of promises have been making over the years. If you take a look at what we have been seeing these days and the previous years we have been seeing during the time of President Goodluck Jonathan, things were a little bit better than the time of President Buhari. When Buhari came, they were like, yes, the Messiah has come. By then, Buhari was become a different things that Nigeria were not expecting. They were like praising Goodluck Jonathan. That things were better than what we are seeing today. You see, I pray the next government that is going to come will not be that people will praise President Buhari, Tinubu, that Tinubu is better than Buhari. I look at it as if it's the end of time. But my own pains, where is paining me today, is that end of time. Why is it starting from Nigeria?
A one-time local government chairman. Wow. By the grace of God, some of us have been in politics and we have been in position. I wonder what it means. Nigerians are suffering. We should be more sensitive to Nigerians' plight. What we need now is emergency, an immediate solution and a long-term solution. The long-term solution is necessary for the country to survive. We are aware of that. But most importantly, as a leader, what we expect is you have to emphasize more on the sufferings of Nigeria, which is immediate. Palliatives is part of the measure, but I think we are not going to be beggars in Nigeria. Something needs to be done better for people. There is always a way if you look deeper, as far as I am concerned from experience. Because from my own experience, you face the challenges, the people should be done. Apart from security measures you put in place, because that is the first duty of every government, to secure the people. Once you do that, the next thing is their welfare. You need to change when things are getting that people are complaining. Listen and do what is right.
As for me, my point of view concerning that effect, like I have been having this worrisome issue concerning our president, his cabinet, and whosoever that are related to Nigerians issue. how long will they be telling us stories that touches the umbilical cord? You understand? Nigeria really needs change. APC, when they first came, they said they are coming for change. Is this the change they are really talking about? Nigerians are really suffering. The country has been bamboozled. The country has been mishandled by this so-called Nigeria wants, because we are the government per se. They are the ones we chose to lead us, and if they are really doing this to us, they are disappointing us. So I feel whatever you have said yesterday, you should go and rethink. You're in a family inside that you will do this, you will really do it. You understand? Is it because we are not part of your family? That is why you are treating us this way.
Now, if the only thing we can beg Nigerians to do for us, if they can be able to remove us from this and revise this subsidy, I think it should be better, because even if they should add money to the salary or minimum wage now, our money cannot even buy anything for now. So what they can do for us, let them just sell this money, this fuel the way we can buy, so that transportation will be easy for everybody. You understand? That is the problem we are having. So if they can do that for us, it's better, because even the protest that they are doing now is not even helping the matter. You understand? We are